Hello, everybody, and welcome to Wrassle Graps. My name is Chris.
My name is Vincent.
Today, we're here talking about another episode of AEW. It's the main thing we
Yes,
do here.
and this one was better than the last one. I'll tell you that much.
I really enjoyed it. I mean, you enjoyed it so much, so you decided to make it a 2-day event, like a WrestleMania.
It wasn't my choice. It actually was my choice, I think. But I just forgot. Okay, I went and watched it on Wednesday, and then I just forgot to go back to it. Okay, it happens to the best of us.
That you're saying you forgot, like you were in the middle of watching it, and then all of a sudden you're like, bro, what the fuck am I doing here?
I
And you
like
just turned
started
it off.
doing something else, right? Like I turned it off. I started doing something else, and then I was like, I'm not gonna go back in the middle of the show, am I? Like it's probably close to the end. I checked the clock, 9:45 or whatever. I said, yeah, I'm not going back.
All right, fair enough.
You know. Even though it probably wasn't even, I don't even know what time it would have been over.
What do you mean, like on that day?
Because usually they go overtime, yeah,
I don't like that they go overtime. But that's a different thing.
yeah.
But
I mean,
let's
it was
hop
close
into it.
to like 2 hours and a half.
Yeah, I don't like that. Uh, let's get
I
into
actually
this
don't
here.
mind 2 hours and a half. It's like the same time as Raw, which I think is okay.
I don't like that Raw does that either.
It's better than fucking 3 hours that SmackDown does.
I don't like the way Raw does it because remember when this started, they were like, "Hey, it could be 1.5 hours, it could be 2.5, it could just be
Oh my
two,"
god,
and then it's
it'd be
only been two and a
45
half hours
minutes.
since.
It never has been 45 minutes, by the way.
Yeah, I remember that. He said it could be 45 minutes, it could be 2.5 hours. Never. It's only been 2.5 hours.
Over and over it takes to tell the story we're trying to tell. When we do what we do, and we do it, what we do.
Yeah, I'm sure that's how the creative meetings go these days. Anyway, match number one here: MJF versus Kevin
The
Knight
Jet.
for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. Great opener.
I feel like you can relate to the Jet since you're a pilot and all.
I think that you can fuck off. And I hate it here.
I'm sorry,
I'm hit.
I had to make the joke, man. I've been saving that
I
one for a week, man.
I am going to do the closest thing I can to crashing a plane into the ocean, and I am going to get us canceled within the next 2 episodes.
It's already been done. It's already happened. You just don't know it yet.
All right, I'm going to take credit for it. In the meantime,
Canceling is not real, by the way, but we're not gonna get into that.
I know, but I don't have a better term for it.
Okay.
Anyway, do you like the opening match?
Oh yeah, I like this opening. Of course I did. It's MJF versus the Jet, Kevin Knight. Of course I did.
I enjoyed it. Didn't like it as much as the last match he had with Swerve, but I thought it was good.
Right. I think Kevin Knight's amazing. In the ring, he's very talented. So I think that MJF is also an underrated wrestler. I feel
Yeah, a lot of people don't give him credit for what he does in the ring, but they both did good here. And
MJF
then
really is the full package when you think about it.
no, he is, and he does all this crazy stuff, and he's just 30. Not even.
Yeah. How old is he? 29.
I don't know. I just know that he's under 30. They were talking about it on commentary. That was a big deal for them.
I think it's like 28, 27. No,
I
he's
bet
not. He's
he's
probably not. He might be 30.
I bet he's 26.35.
That's a little too young, I think.
That's too young.
Yeah, too young. He's at least like in his late 20s.
Okay.
29. I'm gonna go 29.
Going 26.37 because you said .36 was too young.
I wouldn't point it. I wouldn't put the points personally.
Just because you're too scared to do a specific prediction like that,
Well, no,
you're
I
not
just don't.
confident.
I don't age people like their pizza. Like a rating of pizza. I don't do that.
Well, who rates pizza with decimals? Who do you know that does that?
Fucking Dave Portnoy.
All right. Well, you know what? I'm doing it,
Okay,
and that's gonna be my new thing.
well, that's a bit of a copyright infringement, don't you think? I mean,
Well, no, because I'm not rating pizzas. I'm rating professional wrestlers.
That's
Never
fair.
rating them. I'm just saying their age that I think they are.
Guessing their age, and then it's being completely wrong, and it's fine because you put a decimal there.
Yes,
Okay. Well,
they're
anyway, the
gonna love that.
match was very good. That's all you need to know.
It was, and it ends with MJF trying to attack Kevin Knight afterwards,
Every
but
witness.
Hangman distracts him long enough for Speedball to show up and save him.
Of course, he came out and saved him too late, right?
Listen, I don't know what to tell you, man.
And this is not the only time someone came out too late to save somebody on this show. This has been going on since probably the beginning of AEW, first of all, and happened twice on the show.
You know, it's really
Or
a
maybe
hallmark
three
of it.
times. Maybe even three times. I don't even know.
It's really a hallmark of it, and but I think it's a charm that it has.
There's no charm. It sucks. It's the worst.
That's a personal opinion.
Whatever.
Let's move on to Allen and Cassidy versus Connors and Kidd. Very fun tag team match.
Yeah. Definitely was pretty. This was fun, actually. This was very fun. I mean, of course, it's gonna be fun with Darby and Cassidy as a tag team.
Mhm.
Now, Connors and the other guy on the other hand, I mean, they're also pretty cool. They're pretty brutal, but I do prefer Darby and Cassidy over there.
Well, I don't know, how do you feel about this tag team? Connors and Kidd, they call themselves the Dogs. I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, they're called the War Dogs, but when you bring in some other guy to the mix, they're called the Dogs.
Well, no, they called them the Dogs on their Titans run, their little card.
They're called the War Dogs. I've seen it one
They
time
called them
in a video.
just the, no, I read it and it said just the Dogs.
Just the Dogs? Well, I mean, is that some sort of song or something?
I don't know.
It sounds like a song. Sounds
I
like
think this is what
a
happens
cool,
when
either a cool song or like not that cool a song. Yeah.
I think this is what happens when every other good tag team slash stable name is taken, and you just gotta start digging at the bottom of the barrel.
I mean, Just the Dog sounds like a punk band.
War Dogs is better.
The War Dogs is when you put the word war in something, it sounds cooler.
Actually, hold on. Wasn't the War Dogs the name of that random ass tag team with Braun Strowman, Dolph Ziggler, and Drew McIntyre
I have no fucking idea.
when they were taking on the Shield?
No, I don't know. I don't know.
Anyone who remembers that and remembers their name, let us know down below because I'm pretty sure it was.
I would not be able to remember that. So, and if you know that and that's what you remember, then good for you.
I'm actually not proud of myself if I remember that because that means I have a serious problem.
It might mean that, yeah, because I don't remember that, and I remember a lot of things.
Because
So
that's such a random ass fact. I shouldn't know that.
that's what's gonna win us a trivia game at some point. It's gonna be that one.
Or we'll see. But speaking of people that win, it's not Connors and Kidd. They lost to Allen and Cassidy. Great way to get him over.
You know what? Thankfully, they had someone here to help them attack them. Of course, not help them win. Dave Finley was there. David Finley.
Doesn't matter now. They already lost.
I know that's what I'm saying. This didn't really help them at all, but I mean, hey, it was cool.
There's nothing I love more than when people lose a match and then for some reason the people that won are like, man, we won, but then they
I think
attacked
we have a
us, so
plan
now we got
B.
to win again.
We got a plan B. He's actually making his debut. Isn't that pretty cool?
I guess.
David Finley, everybody.
I don't know
Just
much
a
about
lady
him.
in the mouth.
I think it's cool that he's Finley's son. Other than that, I didn't know anything about him.
Yeah, he was in New Japan. Bullet wasn't he in the Bullet Club?
He might have been, but like in the later
And wasn't he
iterations.
the leader of the Bullet Club?
If he was, I have no idea. Any Bullet Club lore
Ever so like
after,
this when fucking what's his face? Jay White left, right? Wasn't it David Finley that took over?
listen, if you know Bullet Club lore after 2019, God bless you. I have no fucking idea.
I mean, that's what I remember happening.
I didn't think anyone knew anything that happened to Bullet Club after that.
Uh, yeah, that's what I remember happening, but it could be wrong, of course. And then I don't remember anything else he did after that, of course, because I didn't really keep up with New Japan. But I know that he's here now in AEW, and he looks like a star. He does. Apparently, he was in talks with, allegedly, in talks with NXT, and he decided not to go.
I think it's crazy that does Finley have a Legends deal with them? Because if he does, and for some reason Dave Finley didn't go there, that's kind of crazy.
Uh, I don't know. Probably, yeah. It sounds. I mean, he definitely should, of course.
Oh well, we'll see how it goes. But for now, he's in the AEW, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, hopefully he's treated better than Jay White, of course.
It's not Jay White's fault that he got injured. Okay,
Even before that, he wasn't doing anything.
it's not Jay White's fault that
Not
he.
his fault.
No, at just point blank, it wasn't Jay White's fault. Leave the poor man alone.
He came to AEW. He decided to go there.
How was he supposed to know? Okay, every other Bullet
To be
Club
fair,
guy,
though, to be fair on David Finley's part, they were gonna put him in that shitty ass faction where he was gonna be like the leader of the Nepo babies. So I mean,
nepo
to be
babies.
fair, yeah, to be fair, he made the right choice.
What group are you talking about?
There's like a faction in NXT that's just like the kids of wrestlers, I think. And yeah, he was gonna be part of that one, that faction.
Oh,
He was gonna be the leader. Actually, they were setting that up on TV, I think.
ew.
And he never signed. So I mean, it's kind of embarrassing. Who's the leader of that team? Yeah,
Never mind. You made the right choice.
yeah.
Anyway,
From what I
Bandito.
remember, all of that's from like Wrestling Observer. So who knows?
Well, I guess you're the one guy that's keeping them in business after all these years. Good for you.
I'm not doing nothing. I'm just like listening to other people talk about it and then saying it on the podcast.
Works for me. Uh, we go to a backstage segment. Renee is sitting there with Bandito and Andrade, and Bandito goes, "Big Andrade fan here. Watched him since I was young. Super cool guy, Andrade. Can't wait to wrestle him."
I'm a big
And,
fan of him. He's right next to him, actually.
yeah, and then Andrade, who's still dressed like Sherlock Holmes 2 weeks later, he looks over at him and goes, "I know you're
Hey,
such a big
you're
fan.
such a big fan. Why don't you want a selfie or something?
Realize you're a fucking loser. You want a selfie?" And he's like, "You know what? I can't even give you that because you know
Actually,
what? I got a phone call."
there's a phone call on my phone right now. I can't actually get to the camera right now.
And I will say, you know, Bandito didn't say yes to the selfie. But he didn't say no either. So take from that what you will.
I think he would have said yes. I mean, I don't know anyone who would have said no. Yeah,
Well, that's
it's too
probably
bad
my.
it's a phone call.
I don't think it's a hot take to say this. This is the most interesting match on an AEW Revolution to me.
I disagree. Anyway,
I mean, what are you looking forward to more than this match?
I have no idea, but I know it's not this match.
Well, that's just doesn't make sense then. Whatever.
There's other matches, man. I'm sure there's other stuff they have going on.
Well, Dave Finley was not the only debut tonight. You also had the Inspiration debuting against the Brawling Birds. Uh,
Right.
they
The
unfortunately did not
I'm
look.
I'm actually a fan of the inspiration.
Unfortunately, they did not look as tough or intimidating as Dave Finley. They actually lost in like under a minute. So, whatever.
That disappointed me. You know what I mean? Coming off of course, a title reign in another company, you'd think they'd be treated like stars, but it turns out they're not.
Yeah, who would have thunk? The Brawling Birds come out and then the Inspiration come out. They have a little promo talking about themselves. And then I don't remember what the content was, probably saying about how good they were. And they came out, they kept dancing for some reason. They
They
tried to
ran it
stop the
back.
music.
Let's run it
Yeah.
back.
They did the Jey Uso thing, the run it back gimmick. And this is just further proof that that's a horrible idea. Never run it back. And then the Brawling Birds, who are faces, by the way, attacked them from behind and then beat them.
Look, to be fair, their theme song kind of slaps, though. You know,
The Inspiration one?
the inspiration one that kind of slaps.
I don't know. I didn't work for me, but maybe it just has to click. But for now, it's not working.
Set fire.
I
True.
don't like it as much as their NXT one.
Yeah, I don't remember that one, so this one was better.
Well, moving forward, you know, eh, 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, however long ago it was, I said these jokes about Hangman Page and his pictures, they're getting old. People aren't doing them anymore. I gotta stop doing it. It's just not funny. I'm done. I'm not gonna do the pictures. I'm not gonna do the jokes about Hangman Page taking pictures with a certain somebody. Okay, but they keep forcing my hand. Okay, this isn't my fault now that I have to do this.
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't blame you. Okay, but I also do want you to keep making the jokes. So, I mean, it was never gonna stop. I'm gonna be honest.
I was trying this. I really was. But then Hangman Page, they're like, oh, he's gonna be in action tonight. We don't know against who. But he comes to the ring, and there's some random ass dude standing in the corner. Who's his opponent? And I was like, oh, who's that? And they go, his name is Marty Stone.
It's awfully close to someone else's name.
I was sitting here, man. I was watching the show. I had to rewind about 3 times to make sure I heard it right, man. What are we doing here?
I think Hangman just wanted to beat up somebody that was named similar to Marty, but why not just beat up the real Marty? You're so close to him.
Well, because then he has to be on AEW programming, and then AEW looks bad for hiring him.
Just fucking do it in quiet, man. Goddamn, you don't gotta do it on TV.
Do it in real life, do an IRL assault.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, well, he should have.
Yeah, you should have. But you know what? He beat up the fake Marty instead.
Hits him with a buckshot lariat. That's the end of it. Some would say it was a picture perfect finish. Uh, Hangman grabs the mic,
He
calls out
put his jacket back
MJF.
on, by the way, before
Whatever.
he put his jacket back on before he picked up the mic.
Oh, he did do that. That's true. Then he picks up the mic. He calls out MJF, even though they're not supposed to be. I thought that they had a no contact thing before their match, but
I don't actually know. I know that the FTR and the Young Bucks did.
yeah, but like I could have sworn 2 weeks ago on commentary they're like, "Oh, no contact rule for MJF and Adam Page," but then Hangman calls out MJF for a little brawl that doesn't happen, and then
He wants
later
to rip
on,
and tear him.
yeah, he wants to rip and tear him, like he wants to do that picture with Marty. He wants to rip and tear that, but he can't because it's
But it's
digital.
digital. Yeah.
Yeah, and calls him out. MJF says no, but he has hired some people, the Don Callis family. They jump Hangman. And then
Did he
after
hire
taking it,
them or did they just want to do it themselves? I didn't really know.
I feel like this was a mutually beneficial partnership here.
It might have just been a partnership. Yeah, I don't know if they had to get paid for it. They kind of just people were like, yeah, of course we'll do it.
Yeah, who knows? Well, anyway, they jump him, and then jet speed take about 2 minutes to get out of there. They really take their time on this one. And then
Oh my god, bro! Every damn time.
after it's
Always too
over,
late, bro. Always.
Don Callis comes out and he says, "We want the trios tag team championships." And a matter of fact, it's official for the night.
Yeah, I thought
And
that was pretty cool.
if I am Jet Set Rodeo, whatever the hell their name is, I'm very upset about this. You're telling me that Tony Khan willingly agreed to make this poor guy, Kevin Knight, who has a rib injury, wrestle twice in one night?
It wasn't
What
really
the
an
fuck?
injury. It was just like he had a match and his ribs were a little hurt. You feel me?
His ribs were taped up, so they're making a big thing out of it.
That's
So
just what
whatever.
you do to keep it stabilized. You feel me? You don't know nothing about no doctor stuff, pilot man.
I want, God damn it, I want them to jump Tony Khan next week in the ring.
Uh, yeah, I think that already happened. I think they unboxed it there.
No, but I want Adam Page and Jet Speed to do it next week.
Turned heel right there. Huh?
I understand. Listen, I understand they're all vying for different belts, so it doesn't make sense for them to be the trios champions. Doesn't make sense for not Kyle Fletcher. Actually, yeah, no, Kyle Fletcher. Doesn't make sense for Kyle Fletcher to be wanting that belt either. He's also TNT champion.
Right. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, I feel like they won all the championships.
Lance Archer is right there.
No, man. You're thinking about the wrong guy. Lance Archer's past his time. He's past his prime, in fact. Mark Davis is where it's at.
Mark Davis is in the team.
Yeah, that's true. Mark Davis is in the team.
It's Okada, it's Fletcher, and it's Mark Davis. Poor Lance Archer over there. Every hotel has the Lance Archer chair. He doesn't want to be in the match, I guess.
He doesn't want to take the spotlight. What can't you understand? You know?
If not him, why is Hechicero wrestling John Moxley when you could just have him be in this match?
That's fair. That is fair. But I look, I do think they picked the right people to be in this match.
Don't even get me started on the fact that Tony Khan swerved me into thinking I was watching a show free of six-man tag matches. Don't even get me started on it.
And you were complaining by the end of the night about the 6-man tag match?
Yes, because I thought I was going to get 1 week of no six-man tag team wrestling.
Bro, I don't even care that much about the 6-man tag wrestling.
I do care because they're trying to make it seem like they care about the trios belts, but they really don't, okay? They just
Honestly, I mean, they don't even try and make it seem like they care because it's obvious they don't.
they keep having matches for them, like big names want them for some reason, but like they're not a big deal.
Well, I'm actually a fan of the team they put together for the Don Callis fame, like the Mark Davis, Kyle Flair. Or weren't they a tag team before? And then now Okada was part of it, and they made them Proto Okada. That's pretty clever, honestly.
Listen, the Don Gallows family has 20 fucking members. You're telling me that they couldn't find one guy without a belt to replace Kyle?
Yeah, man. Me personally, who's the mask guy? The guy El Clone? Yeah, I want him in the match. You're right.
Also, I damn near forgot. Okada's also a champion.
Yeah, he's also a champion.
I hate this booking. I really do.
This is not that bad. I don't know why you're fucking crashing out about it.
Because you don't need people to have multiple belts. I don't understand what this fascination is with the multiple belts.
I get
Every
that for sure, but it's just not that big of a deal, really.
every once in a while is fine, but why does it have to be all the time?
Because it makes them look cooler, to be fair.
Anyway, whatever. Anyway, move on to the Bucks and FTR. They're backstage. They have a no physicality clause, and Young Bucks are like just sitting there, and they go, "So you attacked our brother last week? That was pretty fucked up." And FTR goes, "Listen, man, what do you want me to tell you? Okay, do what we had to do." They start
Okay.
getting they start getting upset.
And you gotta know, one of them knows about self-defense, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, they go with self defense, and then Young Bucks start getting pissed. I mean, it's like you said, no physicality, no physicality, and Young Bucks like, "Wait, it's fine. You jumped our family, and that was pretty messed up. But because of that, we're gonna bring him back. We're gonna bring him back. We're gonna put him in the front row again. So you
That's a
can,
great idea. Yeah,
I guess, if you want to do it again, you're welcome to. I don't know.
it's a
Um,
fantastic idea.
I know if a family member of mine were to get hurt because of something I did, the first thing I do is recreate the conditions of the scenario just to make sure. You know,
Right. But this time, the Young Bucks got it this time, of course.
well, that's what they claim, and they say they're gonna have them there at Revolution. And then they get a little fired up, and FTR are like, you know what? We're professional grown men. We will excuse ourselves. And Renee says, thank you.
Exactly. And but they weren't gonna leave without punching someone in the face.
They said, we can't hit you, but we can't hit your cameraman. They punched Brandon Keller.
Or Brandon Cutler. That's basically his whole AEW run in a nutshell.
Just kind of being there and getting punched. It's rough.
Yeah.
But anyway, move on. Moxley versus Hechicero. Good match.
Really, guy. Look, I think Moxley's just putting out some of the best matches in AEW.
You're never going to hear me complaining about Moxley just going out there, putting on a great TV match every week.
Literally,
So
he's in the top 10 best wrestlers in the world.
I just want
He
everyone
might be
to
top 5.
just put some respect on John Moxley's name.
He might
He
be top
deserves it.
5. MJF also might be up there, to be honest.
I think it's a fair conversation to have.
Yeah.
Kenny Omega, I think, has slipped a little bit down to like below top 10.
He's in the top 10. He's just not in the top 5. You know?
I don't know. I was a big Kenny Omega guy, but then he kept, going, oh, I'm here to stay. I'm here to stay. And, he's been gone longer than an absentee father. So at this point, bro, I don't know about it.
I don't to blame you, but he's still in the top 10. You can't really ignore that. Every time he
Bro,
goes out there, he puts on a good match. You know?
I just need to be more consistent about it. That's all I'm saying.
Whatever, man. He went through it. Okay, you gotta give him some respect.
Who do I gotta? What do I gotta do to get the message to Kenny Omega? What do I gotta do to get him to be like, oh, I got some of the best fans in the world, and some other fans of other wrestlers are like, man, you're a Kenny Omega fan. That's super cool. And then I'm just like, I get to sit there and be like, well, cool when he's here. And then he hears that like AJ Styles, and he's like, oh, I gotta go back to him.
Right. It's too bad AJ Styles didn't want to have that retirement tour. It's really
Yeah,
sad
it's
about that.
unfortunate.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm never gonna get into that. That's just unfortunate. But Moxie wins. Great match moving forward.
pretty good, pretty good. He's
So we get
beating all the Don Callis family members. Apparently, the Don Callis family members are studying him throughout these matches.
That's what they said on commentary to justify the fact that he has to wrestle a Don Callis family member every week. I don't
That's
know
why,
how
like,
true it is.
he thinks that he's doing something like good, is what they say. Like, oh, he's gonna get a read on all these guys, right? But what they're doing is getting a read on him, obviously.
I guess so. I just after this match with Takeshita and Moxley, I guess now that I'm saying it, that might be my most anticipated match of Revolution.
Me too. Yeah,
But after that, I don't want this Death Riders Don Callis family feud to continue.
me too. I think it's gone on for too long. I'm not sure why we're still doing it, but let's stop doing it.
Moving on to something though that I am also interested in. Brody King comes out.
When Takeshita came out, he looked at John Moxley, and John Moxley was looking back at him too.
I completely forgot about that.
You know, I had to say that.
Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah.
So Brody King comes out. He's super pissed about what Swerve did last week. And he goes, I won. Yes, dog noise indeed.
Yeah.
That's how he talks, obviously.
Look guys. Yeah.
He didn't do that this time. I don't know.
I don't know what that was about, but it should have happened.
So Brody comes out and he's like, you know what? I fucking hate Swerve, bro. Get out of here. Chris Nana comes out and he goes, you sure you want Swerve to come out here? And he goes, yes. You sure you want Swerve to come out here? And he keeps laughing like, he's a joker or something. He's like, yeah, I want Swerve. And he's like, all right. And then the music starts, but then Swerve jumps him from behind.
And he keeps like, so yeah, he kept pointing to the entranceway, like, oh, he's gonna come out, he's gonna come out, and then Swerve hit Brody from behind.
He did. He hit him from behind. He did the thing where he hangs him with the chain. And then after about 3 minutes, good old Bandito comes out and he says, oh, sorry, I was in the back eating catering. You good, Brody?
I fucking hate it here, man. Why is every baby face gotta be dumb as fuck, huh?
I just want to know how far away these locker rooms are.
Like, they're not doing anything. Like, what else do they have to do? They can just come out as soon as it starts happening and say, no, 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 I got this. But instead they're like, shit, what did he do to you? Yeah, god damn it. If only I was here sooner.
There's no way. This dude, Swerve, he had time to cut a whole ass promo on Brody King whilst chain hanging him before this dude showed up. Unbelievable.
He was already dead by the time he got there.
He would be. If he was actually doing it, that'd be the end of it.
Yeah.
But we are getting that match of Revolution, Brody King versus Swerve. That should be very good.
That's also fun, bro. But I think Revolution's turning out to be a good card, I think.
No, it is. I'm looking forward to it. Just having to stay up till 12 a.m. on a work night. That's
Yeah, it'd be a little more fleshed out if the Costco guys were there.
oh boy, do I got some news for you.
Wait, really?
Oh yeah,
Oh, what is it?
got the fucking Costco guys are gonna be there.
Boom! 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 Boom!
Boy, I can't wait. That's gonna be absolutely phenomenal. Dave Meltzer better get the stars out.
You better get the booms out.
That's true. I
Five
want
big
Dave
booms.
Meltzer to give a big boom AJ match, 5 big booms.
Exactly. I'm not doing it again. Okay.
Look. Would you not want to see a collaboration between the Costco guys and Dave Meltzer?
Oh, I would, man. They melts with a double chunk chocolate cookie, of course.
Watching Dave Meltzer try to seriously review. I want him to have Big Boom AJ and Dave Meltzer and Brian Alvarez sit down, I want them to try and seriously review a wrestling show while fucking Big Boom AJ is over there. And it's like I personally I think this was very good. I think it gets five big booms.
That might be that might be a kind of annoying throughout the whole episode, but yeah, yeah,
You have to watch slowly but surely as Brian Alvarez and Dave Meltzer resist the urge to strangle the man. You know,
yeah, definitely. That's how that would go for sure.
personally, I think Okada versus Omega and the Tokyo Dome was a 6.5 star classic. You know what I think is a 6.5 star classic? The double chunk chocolate cookie.
And he has to agree. I mean, come on, no one would disagree with that.
I guess so, AJ. I guess so.
How do you feel?
Anyway,
How do you feel about the chicken bake? How do you feel about that?
you're not gonna believe this, but I've never had one.
You have to go to Costco.
I have to get a membership. If it wasn't a membership deal, I would have been there multiple times already.
You can sneak in, my guy. Come on.
No, they can't. They
Have
got
some
security
faith.
then.
Have
It's
some
locked down
faith.
like fucking Fort Knox. Okay.
You have a butt rash. Okay,
Oh, Rash.
get in there. Get in there.
I gotta tell him it's contagious and threaten to touch
Yeah,
him.
I can curse you like House.
Tell him I got a butt rash. I scratched my
If
ass. I'm
you
gonna
don't let me in
touch you.
here, you will be cursed. You saw what happened to Dom, right? You saw.
I'm gonna touch you with my butt rash hands if you don't let me in.
Yeah, it's contagious and I need help. So let me in.
You heard it here first.
Go straight to
You,
the food court.
you heard it here first. He wants me to inappropriately touch a Costco worker.
I didn't say that, man. I'm saying, I mean, look, get yourself into Costco no matter what, man. Come on.
He wants me to get into Costco at any cost, aka
Tell
inappropriately
them,
touch a
tell them
Costco worker.
tell them you have butt rash. Okay, get in there. You don't need to touch
There's,
nothing besides the chicken bake, of course.
no, I'm gonna have to because they're not gonna buy my bluff. They're just gonna keep telling me to leave.
I mean, what do you look? Why wouldn't they buy your bluff? I mean, they're not going to. You're not going to show them your ass, right? So
No,
they just got
but
to trust you on your word. You got to be like,
I'm
look,
gonna
butt
go there.
rash, crazy.
They're gonna say, "Do you have membership, sir?" And I'm gonna keep going butt rash, and they're gonna be like, "Sir, get out of here, get out of here." I'm gonna say, "I'm
Well,
gonna
like you
touch you.
said,
I'm gonna touch you."
I don't know English. I know butt rash though.
Gonna have me at Costco sounding like P Diddy.
That sounds crazy. Yeah. Don't diddy up Costco. Okay, that's a family establishment.
Look, I don't want to diddle a Costco worker, but you're not leaving me with any options here.
Now you have all the options, man. Find an excuse to get into Costco and eat a chicken bake.
That was you gave me the excuse that involves doing that. That's not my fault.
It's not you made that up yourself, man. God damn.
I'm just saying what I heard. Okay.
What you heard was incorrect, but that's besides the point.
Whatever. The Death Rider's there backstage. Really, you just jump scaring people with his bald head. You got this dude, Daniel
He
Garcia.
got
He's
bullied,
rambling.
man.
He's
Well,
rambling
he was
about
getting bullied,
something.
buddy.
What happened?
Well, he was getting bullied by everybody for his bald head.
Yeah, but now he's feeling free about it. He's out. He's out and about. He's proud.
He's bald and he's proud.
Classic SpongeBob enjoyer. And Marina Shafir, she's like, "Oh, Tony Storm, you suck. Take a shot." And then Mox is like, "I fucking hate the Don Callis family. We all hate the Don Callis family here." And then that was it.
It's pretty fair, honestly.
It's not incorrect.
Yeah.
Then we get to a match I was actually kind of looking forward to: Thunder Rosa versus Tekla for the AEW Women's Championship.
Yeah, pretty good
I
match. I liked it.
listen. I This is one of the times where I'm gonna say this should have main evented because I feel bad for them.
They were gonna main event too until Don Callis came around.
They should have.
They should have. I agree with you. I would have had that match main event too.
That's just me as a person, but whatever. It was a good match nonetheless. Rosa unfortunately does not win. Tekla retains, and we get another rematch between Tekla and Chris Statlander at
I'm happy
Revolution.
Thunder Rosa's out there wrestling again.
I am too. It's good to see her. I missed her.
Of course. Hopefully she's on TV more. You
Ideally, maybe put her in the TPS title picture. I watched it.
know. Any title picture, yeah, of course. Even in a tag team. Don't they have a women's tag team titles?
They do, but they're very clearly setting up the Brawling Birds for that.
Fuck the Rolling Birds, okay? They don't even have
Whoa.
birds. They have birds.
No, we had some anti-bird sentiment on this show.
They don't have birds. They're anti-bird.
I mean, you sound pretty anti-bird right now.
They're anti-birds, and they must have birds with them, or else I'm not going to support them.
You're gonna curse them?
And they get cursed, exactly.
Oh,
They
okay.
still have a job. They still.
You see that clarification. Anyway, get a recap of the Demand and Jack Perry in their Mile High match from last week. Jack Perry
I have no
says,
idea what they said because the music was so loud. I have no idea.
Jack Perry says, listen, every time the odds are even, I can beat Ricochet, but when it counts, Ricochet always cheats and wins. What's
Music
up with that?
intensifies.
Yeah. And then they cut to Demand, and Ricochet's like, hey, we're the Demand. You don't get to make demands. We do that.
Music intensifies again.
And then that's it.
Yeah, so I guess they want to fight each other. Yeah.
Well, no, I think Jack Perry wants to fight Ricochet, and I think Ricochet is tired of having to wrestle him.
That makes sense. I mean, but I think Jack Perry wants to kill him with knives.
I mean, that's what I'm assuming is insinuated. Um, I don't think he's going to be allowed to stab Ricochet at any point in time. But if they can do an angle where somebody gets stabbed with a Jack Perry knife, that would be ideal.
Jack Perry knives now on Amazon.
Next up, you get a fun segment that, you know what, it wasn't anything super special, but I just enjoyed it for the callback purposes. Tommaso Ciampa comes out, and
My
Renee goes,
shadow knows my story.
I really don't like that song.
I like
Um,
this one a lot.
Ciampa comes out, and Renee goes, so what are you going to do to get back to the top? And then he's like, oh, I'll do whatever I have to do to get my TNT title back. I'll even wrestle Mark Briscoe again. And I said, why would you wrestle Mark Briscoe again? He's nothing to
I
do with this.
love Briscoe.
And then FTR come out, and then they go, I know you've been here for a month, but we're just now coming out here to say welcome back. And we want you to be part of this group here. And then Ciampa has problems with Big Stoke, and he goes, well, you got a problem with Big Stoke? I got a problem with us. And then Ciampa says, well, I know you can't fight the Young Bucks, but I didn't sign any contract. He
Look
slaps.
out.
He slaps Dax, and Dax goes, you know what? Not even angry. I'll see your ass at Collision.
Exactly. And we're not going to see that match. And I think it's today, actually, right?
It is. That's true.
Today, we're not going to see it, man. We're already here doing this.
Recording it, yeah.
Too bad, you feel me?
It's not like I was going to be watching Vengeance Day or something.
I should be watching AAA right now.
Well, no, you wouldn't be able to because you have to wait for Vengeance Day to be over,
Oh,
and then they're going to show it.
okay, right.
Well, now we get a fun little Tony Storm promo. She finds out Orange Cassidy was hurt, so she goes to visit him, and he goes, I'm all right. And you know what? Me and Darby Allin will wrestle the dogs at any time. We'll do it all over again. We'll do it at Revolution. And I said, damn it, stop adding matches to Revolution.
Why does he sound so alive?
This is the most energetic he's been in a while.
He sounds like a normal guy.
Yeah. And
Is
Tony
that a
says, well,
compliment? You don't know. You don't know.
Tony is there, and she goes, well, that's good to know that you're doing all right. I, though, want to wrestle Marina Shafir again.
Or why? I don't know.
And then that's the promo.
Sure. And then they shoo away the camera person.
Very true. Now we get to our main event. The Don Gallows family wrestled Jet Set Rodeo. And yes, this was a good match, but I've seen
Pop
this
them
before.
bottles. Pop the bottles. Mark Davis has a championship.
So, great match, but it ends with MJF cheating and costing Jet Set Rodeo the belts.
Mark
Don Gallows
Davis is
family
the
is
champion
champions.
in AEW.
Like I said, I really liked it. Um, I, so, here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
Now at AEW Revolution, they're having a rematch, but they just already replaced Hangman.
What do you mean?
They're having a rematch
A rematch for the championships?
for the rematch. So I looked up the AEW Revolution card, right?
Yeah.
On like the official AEW website, just to get an idea of what it was.
Okay.
And it says on the website, hold on, if I can get it to come up, it is saying that it's going to be Don Callis family versus Kevin Knight, Speedball Mike Bailey, and Mystico.
Oh, they replaced my guy.
It's not even been like a week.
Vince's Jet Set Rodeo. The best wrestler in Mexico is here with us.
All I'm saying is Hangman looks a little different.
A little Mexican.
I think, listen, if Mystico wanted to be funny, I'm not saying he should do this, but if he wanted to be funny, he
Take a
should.
selfie with, no.
He should go to Cracker Barrel and take a selfie. Not with anybody, just him. Recreate the picture by himself.
Yeah. Do that or go to Waffle House and really stun the guy.
Oh yeah, that'll do something.
Yeah.
But
Well,
yes,
anyway,
I
I
guess
guess
Jet Set Rodeo's over.
Jet Set Rodeo has came and it is gone.
Anyway, you were saying?
I'll give this show a thumbs up. I didn't see many problems with it.
I guess I'll give it a thumbs up too. That's fair enough.
The only issue I had was what I said in the beginning with the saves from the baby faces. They didn't save anything.
I just had way too many nitpicks for it to be a double thumbs up, so I'm giving it a regular thumbs up.
That's
But
how
I
I
do,
I feel like some shows just can't be double thumbs ups.
this was no grand slam, but it was a very good effort.
Yeah.
But anyway, guys, if you enjoyed, please leave a like, comment, subscribe if you're listening on YouTube. If you're listening on a podcasting platform, a 5-star review would be awesome. And if you want more Wrassle Graps, remember, stay tuned to the YouTube channel. And also, you can follow us on the social medias, especially Threads. He loves the Threads, post down there often. But for now, we will see you guys later. Bye.